Oh, hello there. It's been a long time. Nice to see you again. How are you? Uh, my name is Mr. ASMR English Whispers, and it's been a little while, hasn't it, since I was here last? But, yes. What's this? What's going on here? Well, um, about 5 years ago, I started a YouTube channel with the intention of making weekly entertainments for a fledgling bevy of fans, and I lasted about a year, and then I stopped, and ever since then, about 4 years ago, people have been asking me to come back and do more, and I have resisted the temptation until now. Uh, and I'm going to tell you why. About 4 years ago, I was feeling as if I hadn't quite gotten where I wanted to in my life, and I decided that the best thing for me to do would be to deal with a specific chip that I had on my shoulder. And that specific chip was the fact that I had never been to university. Now, I'm a man of a particular age, and I'm a few years off a particular milestone, but I felt at the time in 2017 that I was probably coming up to just about the last reasonable age that I could be to begin university. And in fact, it wasn't simply doing a bachelor's degree, it was resitting my A levels. Now, for any viewers from not the UK, which is where I am from, and still am, hello, I guess A levels are, you take them around 16 to 18 years old. So I think it's after high school. It would be, I don't know what it would be called. We call it sixth form college because of an archaic form system from English public schools. I think lower fifth, middle fifth, upper fifth, lower sixth, upper sixth. So sixth form college. We'll get into that another time, I'm sure. But that's when you do your A levels between the ages of 16 and 18. And I took those, and you can probably work out my age from this if you're good at maths, which I was not. I failed maths at GCSE, which are the general certificate of standard education. GC, general certificate. S, standard. E, education, I think. Secondary education, general certificate of secondary education, perhaps. GCSE, you take those between 14 and 16, and maths and English and science are all standard GCSEs that you have to take anyway. I failed my maths GCSE. Well, I didn't fail, I just didn't do very well. I'm drifting from the point. The point is that you could probably work out how old I am when I tell you at what age I took my A-levels and in what year. So I was 16 to 18 between the year 2000 and 2002. And I really messed up my A-levels at the time for reasons I'm not going to go into, but I didn't do very well at all. And so the idea of ever going to university was a ridiculous fantasy. However, in 2017, I looked into it, and there was a route, an option that I could take, which is I could essentially redo my level 3 qualification. That's my A-levels. They're a level 3 qualification. GCSE is a level 2 qualification. So my A-levels, my level 3 qualification, I could do an adult access course, which would be the equivalent of 3 A-levels, but instead of over 2 years, it would be over 1 year. So 2017 to 2018, I did that. I got enough points, UCAS points. My God, it turns out that the systems are very convoluted. I got enough points from my adult access course to be able to apply for university in 2018, so 3 years ago. And I did, and I got in. And since 2018, I've been doing my bachelor's degree in graphic design, which is something that I had a bit of a flair for, also I thought. So I did a degree, and that's honestly where I've been for the past 4 years, and I could have made more of an effort here to maintain the channel, and that probably would have made a great deal of financial sense, because I gotta tell you, money's too tight to mention, as the Simply Red song has it, which is certainly a consideration of mine when thinking about possibly maybe reinvigorating this channel. I want to be upfront with you. There's a financial element to it, certainly. But also I see people who started their ASMR YouTube channels a little before me, perhaps a couple of months before me, maybe a year or so. And in the past 4 years, they've gone from strength to strength, and there was a little tummy gurgle there. I have not eaten my lunch yet. Forgive me. Yes, they've gone from strength to strength with their YouTube channels, and I kind of miss it a little bit. It's something I look back on with fondness. And today something unexpected happened. A distant cousin of mine happened upon the YouTube channel and sent me a message and said, "I didn't know that you had this." Oh, well, there we go. What an odd thing to happen. But those kind of little connections were quite nice, and now I find myself with more free time than I've had in the past 4 years. Maybe, I think to myself, I will try and do something with the channel. Now, a few months ago, I did dig up videos that had previously been exclusive to my Patreon, which is currently shuttered, but maybe I'll reopen that. We'll see. Not immediately. That would be very cheeky, but you know, if the channel picks up again, maybe we can have some, you know, exclusive dedicated content over there. Some message comment that was left on one of the videos, and I do read them all. I get notified every time they come through. Apologies if I haven't replied to every one or anyone. I've replied to a couple of people, but I have more time now. Anyway, someone suggested that I create an OnlyFans account, and I looked at what that was, and it appears to be very, you know, when I said I would do ASMR for people, I tried to reassure friends and family that it was not a sex thing, but OnlyFans appears to be very much a sex thing. So, although I did notice that Eric Andre, the American satirist, hurricane, whirlwind, prankster, whatever Eric Andre is to you, he apparently has an OnlyFans, and I can't imagine that he does have a penchant for nudity on his television show, but it's often pixelated, so I have not subscribed to his OnlyFans. I've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole here. The point is, whoever left the comment saying I should start one of those, I think if I was going to start an OnlyFans, it would be me putting on more clothes than taking off, which I could do. I have a lovely collection of shirts from a particular shirt maker that I'm a big fan of, that I could try on shirts, and that could be my non-sexy OnlyFans. I'm not just doing this for the money, but you know. Anyway, yes, I've talked myself into a bit of a cul-de-sac. What on earth was I talking about? The point is, this video here that I'm making here, it's a bit of a rambly kind of thing. It's not scripted, but then none of the videos that I did make previously were scripted either. They were just sort of rambly nonsense as well. This video is sort of to gauge whether there'd be any interest from my loyalist, not royalist, loyalist subscribers who have kindly not unsubscribed for the past 4 years. Thank you. Although the last time I put up some videos, I lost quite a few subscribers who remembered that they were subscribed to me, so this isn't for them, this is for you, the faithful viewers here, who, some of you I know, have been holding out hope that maybe one day I would return to this, and maybe I will. What do you guys think? Let me know. It would be nice to hear from you. Yes. But if I do come back, it might not be entirely the same, whereas previously I attempted to simply do one roleplay ASMR after another. that became exhausting to think of a new scenario every day. Angelica is a genius for coming up with crazy new scenarios to perform, but I lasted about a year, didn't I? And then I tapped out. But again, there were other things, going back to school, for instance, on the plate, my plate then. But yes, I was also quite exhausted, so I might try something slightly different instead of just doing, made up roleplay things. Maybe I will do something slightly different. I haven't quite figured out what yet. Maybe there will be different genres that I could come back to again and again. For instance, I collect things, various things. I collect badges, pins for our American friends there. I collect coins. I collect books. I collect mini discs. I collect mini disc players. I collect other things, shirts from a particular shirt maker, ties, various shoes. I've got lots of Dr. Martens shoes. And maybe I could take you on a journey through some of my collections. I dare say that would send some people straight to sleep, whereas I don't know if it was a complaint, but a comment that was left often on my videos was the fact that people were laughing so much that they couldn't go to sleep. So I'm sure if I just talked about my shoe collection, which now I come to think of it, there was a video I did, a jokey video I did about a shoe collection where I only had one shoe, but I do actually have lots of different shoes. So in real life, the real me, not the pretend one from the comedy video where I only had one shoe. I've got more than one shoe. I'm not going to prove it to you now, but I do have more than one shoe. There can be other things, other types of videos. Today, June the 1st, happens to be my cat Jeffrey's birthday, and something that happens every year for his birthday is I get a new portrait for him, of him. Sometimes they're painted or drawn, sometimes they're photographs. I am currently having it's his 6th birthday, which is in cat years, he's just turned 40. So I'm having his 40th stroke 6th birthday portrait. I've commissioned it and hopefully it's being undertaken as we speak. But maybe once that's come through, I can show you. Actually, why not show you the other 5 today? I could make another video right now of that as an experiment to see if people like it. I don't know. But yes, I could talk about my experiences of being an actor. As some of you will know, a couple of years ago I did a Lynx commercial, and there's been more work since then, and more work before that some people may not have known about. I could talk about that. I could talk about anything. iPods seem to be popular. People like playing with old iPods, and I've got some old iPods that what people like to do on the internet, some of the videos that I watch, is they take iPods apart and put new bits inside the iPod and then make the iPod better. And I'm sure that could make for a very tedious video. Sorry, there's an aeroplane going above. Feedback on sound would be useful from anyone who's made it to... Where are we? We're about 20 minutes into this. I've got a microphone set up here. Here it is in the corner here. And this headphones thing, and this fancy camera that I've set up as a webcam in my home studio bedroom office thing. Oh, and if I'm looking off, that's the lens, but then that's where you know how cameras work. They've got a little flip up video thing. So here's the lens, here's the flip up video thing, and here's the desk. So I don't know where to look. I'm on all of these. I can see my reflection in here. I'm mirrored up here, and I'm the right way round down here. So I'm just... It's a hall of mirrors, basically. And in fact, there's a mirror over here as well that I have on my desk, which is just for vanity. But anyway, if my eyes have been going all around the shop, that's now you know why. I'll have to get used to this. I've never really done a broadcast like this before. I say broadcast, it's not. I'm recording it and then I'll upload it. I've gone off tangent again. Anyway, yes, so gauging reaction. If anybody would be interested in me reinvigorating this channel, let me know. I'd quite like to do it. Give me something fun to do over the summer. Let me know your thoughts. Anyway, I've been waffling on now for about 22 minutes, so I should probably wrap this up. Maybe I will make the video about my cat's portraits now as well. We'll see. Maybe I'll see you very shortly. Anyway, let me know if you would like to see more of this sort of thing. Whatever this is. Bye for now.